Welcome back to the best NFT show in the world. We're doing a little bit of late night NFT live. Coming to you at not our traditional time, but with our traditional awesome content. We are about to get after it today, guys. I appreciate everybody hopping in the chat. This is NFT Live. We're taking you around the metaverse and back, all the way back to the no-tell motel. Some of you can get off along the way. You don't want to have that be your last stop. But Buff, what's happening, man? What are you doing today?
It's a stop. Some of the buses refuse to stop here now. I don't know why, man, but you know, it's the no-tell motel. You know, it's a little better than the Motel 6, but not as good as a Super 8. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, you have all the motel names down pat. I'm not going to ask why, but I am going to get to some of these comments here. Flint Savage was first. He's saying OVOT, our vibe, our tribe. We got Asmodai. We got Hash Rhymes, who is celebrating her second. I believe she's 2 months old, right?
Oh,
is it 2 months old or is it 2 months old?
And she's a moderator? Child labor, bro. We better watch out for that. I'm telling you.
Shut down the stream.
You got to shut her down.
But 2 months in LADZ City for Hash Rhymes. Thank you so much. She's an amazing moderator. Yeah. We got Jared Thompson, Scott Harris, Firestone, Crypto Stamina, XPwow, who is messaging Crypto Buffalo as we speak. Llama is in the house, of course. GB, Choina, EC, and the Nightbot is making it self-known. He, she, they, self-known. But we are just getting started here, man. We're ready.
Nightbot. Gotta watch out for Nightbot. You know, it's just got a mind of its own.
I'm going to do something a little bit different here to start the episode. I'm going to take us directly into LADZ City. Buff, if you can pull up my screen, I have to address this because we had a newcomer in Initiate Landing. You can see up here. And do not tag everyone in the Discord, guys. Please. I know all of you guys, I'm preaching to the choir. I see a lot of you in here commenting right afterwards. We've got James0908, and he actually accomplished probably more than he thought by tagging everyone because now he's live on YouTube.
How dare you?
How dare you, James?
We got to get Greg as a mod.
I would leave LADZ City then. Okay, so yeah, he's saying I'm a senior JavaScript engineer. I don't care. Jay Cephas, who is not even a nomad yet, is saying, sir, this is a Burger King. So, James, please do not do that again. Thank you so much for everybody hopping in today. Again, late night NFT live session. We're going to get to a lot of different news around the industry. We're going to touch on some LADZ previews here for the remainder of the week as well. We've got some good things, but I'm hearing news. We've got big news from the UK. Some of the biggest NFT news that I think has ever happened. Let's go live from the scene.
Delivery, good delivery here.
Mata into what droppers! What about that? Chelsea's man for the big occasion. Scores his biggest ever goal.
That was a good shot. As a header.
Last match for the club. You can't write it.
Goalie's got to give more commitment to that block.
Man, you're talking about my man Manuel Neuer there, that one of the best GKs of all time. Listen, yeah, true. One of the best moments of my football life as a fan. That is not going to be an NFT, by the way. We just wanted to show that because Chelsea is in to the Champions League final. They will be playing Man City, so I had to give my Blues some love. I'm sure we're gonna get a bunch of comments here now from some Arsenal fans or some hurt Manchester United fans, but that was an amazing moment. 2013, Drogba hitting that header to tie up the game. Then we won in penalty kicks. Shout out to Crypto Lander. He's my favorite Chelsea fan in LADZ City. I'm sure there's more. But
did you ever play any soccer? Or sorry, football?
I did not play any soccer growing up. I was a big football guy, American football guy, and I played lacrosse, which I'm super big into now. I definitely got to get a shot of my team all together so I can show you guys what I do on the side. So I'll get you guys that shot. But me and my buddies really got involved in soccer, I believe, around the 2010 World Cup. So that is going to be a long and winding history of my soccer fandom there. But Chelsea, keep the blue flag flying high. I'll be cheering for you guys in the Champions League final, man. That's going to be super exciting against Man City.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, scoring a goal with your head is awesome. I used to play. That was the first game I ever played with soccer before I moved into baseball. And It's hard to do, but when you do it, man, usually on noggin.
It's a little bit easier for you than me, I'm guessing. But
dude, I was a little runt when I was a kid, bro. I played it before, like half the size I am now, man. The soccer definitely was a fun one.
All right, sounds good. So let's get to the LADZ preview here. We've got the episode for you here. Actually, let me go through the episode and then we'll get to LADZ. We've got VeeFriends from Gary V making the official announcement. The sale is actually going to be tomorrow, so we're going to get you some news there. Sandbox partnering with a big virtual reality platform. We've got some video assets for that. Showtime, Alex Masmej. Most of you guys know him from his social token, his latest social network, an NFT kind of collaboration platform, just got a big raise. Ethermon is launching their EMON token on Polkastarter. Bored Apes, we got to hit the Bored Apes. You guys were absolutely, we don't have Ronan here today. I wish we did for the Bored Apes because he went. I can't say it.
Over the Bored Apes.
He aped. Yes, we'll use that. And then we have Planet Binance. We touched on that Alien Worlds Planet Binance, Vechain, and Disaster Girl selling some NFTs there. So that is the episode preview for today. Buff, do you want to hit at all any LAD stuff before we get into the details?
I want to get to the point where GB and me are wondering, are you growing yourself a beard, bro?
No.
Just
I can't.
I can't.
You don't.
Not with that attitude. You really need to embrace it, bro.
It's the emotion the emotion doesn't fill in the patches. Okay, I want to do it, but
what I did is I kept it growing and to a certain stage, shaved it all off, and rinse and repeat, man. That's how you do it. Watch out, then it goes a little gray, and then then it's just oogly.
I've got a question in the chat here from Brave New Channel. He's saying, "Are you guys going to review Metakey?" That's a great segue because we were going to touch on Metakey early in the episode. And it's not for a good reason, okay? Metakey is a great idea. So we have this from Maddie and DCL Blogger. He's via this, as you can see my tweet here, excited to launch the Metakey project. Own any one Metakey, get hundreds of perks and experiences across the metaverse. So basically the key is going to, or the NFT is going to act as your key, as your token access for the various projects that he's partnered with. So he says, so far we have about 30 partners from games to virtual world platforms to content creators. We'll be working to implement something for Metakey holders. Interested as partner? DM the Metakey. Well, who's missing from this, Buff? Who are we missing? Who's glaringly missing?
Yeah, we definitely don't see LADZ, man. I don't see LADZ anywhere these days. They talk about social token communities. We're never on it. We need a publicist. That's what we need. LADZ, we need you all to step up for us. Help us out.
I would disagree that they're not talking about us. We do have some other comments from, I believe, do we even have that on here? We have, see, now I can't find it. So maybe they aren't talking about us.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah, Forefront was giving us some shout outs, I believe. I tweeted this from our Twitter profile. Forefront gave us some shout outs alongside Whale.
That was awesome.
This was a portion of their weekly social token newsletter. It wasn't Whale, it was Elite, but what's the difference? And we have LADZ here alongside Elite, alongside Whale with the volume there. So really cool stuff. Shout out to Forefront for providing that info, man.
For sure, man. And shout out to Rage Cage, Cajun Army. He's been definitely promoting LADZ City each week, NFT Arcade on Fridays, LADZ Days. And if you guys follow him on Twitter, he is definitely promoting LADZ more and more every week. He's feeling the vibe from the tribe. So shout out to my boy Rage Cage.
Shout out to Kagiyan. He is killing it, man. You guys are doing a great job on NFT Arcade. I really enjoyed that Panda Pops episode where you guys were able to get two streamers on at once. Definitely some interesting dynamics between streamers that you get to see play out in real time, man.
Really cool. And I feel like we're probably going to do that and try. We're trying a lot of things right now. We're in like the, like a fetus in the womb. We're just trying to figure it out. And as we grow, and for him to bring in other people in the gaming space. And then this week, we've got Jamie Thompson from Vulcanverse, the CEO, man. My very first interview I did for NFT Live back in September of last year. And we're going to be interviewing him and going deep into Vulcanverse. So shout out to the Vulcanverse group. Look forward to NFT Arcade featuring you guys.
Absolutely, man. And we've got one more piece. I am going to bringing this up on my screen really quick. A quick shout out for Kagiyan as well. Before I get to this last, he says, in LADZ City, we offer you 24/7 content. If you need a media tour for your project, hit us up. content from Monday to Friday. And of course, we got LADZ Poker on Saturdays too. We're discussing some content there for Sundays as well, but that will come in due time. Okay, I believe that is about it, but we do have an announcement for Friday as well. We have NFT Live on Friday, so we run every Wednesday and Friday. And Friday's episode is going to be with Splinterlands. So we're going to have the Splinterlands team on for NFT Live on Friday. That's going to be awesome. They're a bigger project for sure within the NFT industry, and I'm definitely looking forward to talking with their team. I think we like rubbed elbows a little bit with the Splinterlands team in Clubhouse, which was really cool because they're super on top of NFT education as well as kind of getting the word out about their project as well. So Splinterlands on Friday.
I'm excited. So LADZ Days, we got a little shift, a little change. So last week, it was a crazy week, y'all. If you haven't been to a LADZ Day festival, is what I like to look at. They're getting bigger. They're going longer. Last week, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, all the way to 8:30. That's 10 hours nonstop. We started with DJ Savage, Flint Savage, playing some tunes leading up to NFT Live. Then after that, we tossed to Easy Street. And then after that, we tossed to NFT Arcade. Then after that, LADZ City Radio went on, and I did about 2.5 hour set, tossed to Flint, and dude, Flint Savage just played it until 8:30, possibly even later. So we were rocking and rolling in LADZ City, and this week is going to be another long one. We are going to have some changes. This week, Thursday, will be Easy Street, and we will have Flint Savage doing some songs in between NFT Live and NFT Arcade. So it will be nonstop again on LADZ Day, but Easy Street is moving to Thursday. And Q, I think you got the time for that?
I believe I'm going to say it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's within that hour time frame. And the reason why I kind of have to leave that open is because we're actually going to be going live on YouTube for this one. So Easy's actually going to take up that YouTube spot now on Thursdays. I know that's a tough time for some of you UK lads, but you'll be able to actually, watch it afterwards as well. So bringing Easy Street to YouTube so that could be a place where the content just doesn't disappear has been a big thing for us. So I'm super happy to have Easy Street not only in Discord in LADZ City, but now on YouTube. So that's going to be awesome.
Every week we're really looking at how to add more content for you guys, and like we were talking about, 7 days a week is the goal, every day to have content, and then as we get bigger, every time zone having something featured every day. We know with Twitter now has almost like a Clubhouse kind of setup where you can have like a show literally on Twitter Live that we're looking into to building something out like that. LADZ City Radio is going to be expanding. We've already got another DJ with DJ Savage jumping in there. If you guys are interested in getting on board on any of these shows or possibly starting your own show, or somebody who has a show that's not getting big enough, come on into LADZ City. Just hang out, see what happens. There's endless potential in here. And right now we've had a lot of talks with a lot of people that they're really excited about what we're doing here, and each week it's getting bigger and better.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's a great breakdown of what we've got going on. We made the announcement that we're going to be moving to Layer 2 to Comus Swap. We are planning on meeting with their team tomorrow so that we can launch that pool on Monday. And there's going to be some APY there that's associated. This is the first time I'm dropping this. This is a little bit of an alpha leak here, but we may also be putting a proposal out to the nobles to start a farm with Forefront. So Forefront is launching or has launched an alpha version where you can take LP tokens for social tokens and actually stake them and receive LP rewards. So they're kind of like in-house reward system. They're staking platform, if you will, for those LP rewards. So getting together with Forefront and having that ability to reach, I guess, all of the social token kind of industry there, because that's what Forefront is trying to do, right? They're trying to be that media aggregator, that social token aggregator of information. So they really have ties to everyone. If we can work with Forefront to get our LP tokens, people who are providing liquidity, and then you put those into their platform and be able to like stake your LP tokens to receive a little bit of APY. We're just giving more incentives to the miners there. So really cool stuff from the Forefront team, but we'll get you guys the details as they kind of emerge. Comus is definitely going to come first.
I'm so excited to just have the LADZ token available in other pools and just getting it out more, more available to other chains. So I'm loving this, and it's just going to kind of snowball effect, spider web effect, if you will. Either way, we're getting bigger, we're going out.
Awesome, man. Okay, So this is what we are doing today. We are going to start the episode here. I guess I'll finish up on Metakey, but we're hopping into the episode again. This is NFT Live. We're covering all of the news from around the industry, although it's almost impossible to cover all of the news. We're bringing it to you twice a week, and still, I'm like, God damn. It is a lot. So the best place to probably catch us during the week, as well as all of our kind of enthusiasts and our community members that are probably as big of NFT gurus as we are, is going to be in LADZ City. I'll pull that up on my Discord here real quick, Buff. We have an NFT chat that is very, very populated with people who know what they're doing. I see Tron in here talking today a lot about Vechain. Vechain had a lot of things going on. So the NFT space is almost too fast to keep up with from a 2-episode portion per week. You want to come in LADZ City, you want to have some conversations with these guys, because I mean, you see the Vechain images here, but as you continue to go up, it's every project, right? We're going to hit on Ethermon. There's NFT 22, or sorry, NFT 20. Looks like there's some alien worlds. Like, things are being dropped here right as they happen, and that's where you want to be if you want to talk NFTs. So great stuff.
That's what I always tell people about what we got going on here with the social token community is, not only are we a social token community, this is a content network, and also just a gathering of people who drop alpha on the daily. You know, some people who are just diving deep on something and letting the whole city know the second it goes live, like Ronan did last week. I think it was Friday night, about, you know, the Ape Yacht Club that we both missed out on, man, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But that's the value every day. You know, I check every time when I'm slaving away at Microsoft, you know, doing boring corporate streams, wishing I was in LADZ City. I'm on the NFT chat or a main chat, and it's just nonstop all day now. I love it.
It is. It really hit me when we had Flint Savage kind of in the morning throwing those tunes. But guys, for those of you that are here for the NFT content and not here to talk about our LADZ City dwellings each day, we are going to hit this. So before we get to VeeFriends, I do we touched on Metakey already. I think it's a really cool idea, right? Having and I'll pull this up here on my screen, but we have the Metakey from DCL Blogger, and getting all of these people together and leveraging what they do well and saying, hey, we're going to put this all together within one NFT, I think is an absolutely phenomenal idea. It's really a VIP card that can get you into many different groups, as opposed to maybe going one by one. So these are currently retailing at around 0.4 ETH, and these are Genesis editions. Let's see if we can go into Rarible and see what they're actually going for now. Let's see if that pops up for me. So we've got ourselves in the Metakey. It looks like they still, Genesis editions are now going still for around 0.439 ETH there. So there's some bids, as you can see, but we will monitor this. A really cool idea, and we will also be reaching out to DCL Blogger and to the Metakey project to see if we can't offer some value for this as well. That would be fun to be a part of.
Totally. I love it.
Great. All right, so we are going to hit this big news from Gary Vee today, and this happened literally today, the announcement. We've been hearing a little bit about 5.5. We've been seeing Gary Vee draw these emojis and these memes, if you will, on his Twitter profile. He's pretty much done a picture or I guess a video where he's creating a picture every other day to every other day, like throughout the entire time he's been in NFTs, which has been since around March or a little bit earlier. This is what it's for. We finally got a little bit of a release of what's happening with his project here, VeeFriends, and we're actually going to get this video. So we're going to roll the video, and then we'll touch on some of the details.
Welcome to VeeFriends.com. VeeFriends is an ambitious NFT project around characters that have traits that I believe in so much, that I want people to aspire to. They also happen to be a token to a conference that I'm going to put on every single year called Vechain, V-Conference, a multi-day event that is going to rival some of the greatest conferences in the world around entrepreneurship, marketing, ideas, creativity, competition, meeting new friends. It's a community. It will be my great honor to create an ecosystem around the access tokens that are a huge part of this project. Hangout time, group stuff, bowling, tennis, bubble hockey, video games, dinners, brunches, and then remind me, what, 555 gift codes?
Correct.
These are people who are gonna literally put in your address and stuff shows up. Hangout Hawks, 5 times a year in a Zoom for 3 years, 15 sessions? That's crazy. How many access tokens are there just one-on-one with me?
108.
Just think about that. That's the #1 request I get every single day. I think it's all about IP. I think everything is, all the pipes are dumb. What you fill it with is everything.
And even in my field of like hip hop, I think like when we look at Mickey or Disney, or we look at like Hello Kitty.
Oh, there's so much. I've been thinking about creating characters because I've always loved Disney. I've always loved the Get Along Gang and Snorks. You know how many times I reference Wuzzles? You know what Wuzzles are? I buy stuffed animals, mugs with pop culture on it. All the same game that was built for this moment. So now I've got to create mine. This was reverse engineered for the Vayniacs, what they were called when we did Wine Library TV, the Vayner Nation, my community, the people I interact with all the time. It was very important to me when I structured this that it was a culmination of many things in my life. My interest around creating characters, my ambition to push certain attributes in humanity, a conference that I've been dying to put on for years, and access. When I sat back and said, what's the biggest thing I can give them? Time. You wanna go sit courtside with me at a Knicks game? Here we are. I'm trying to build a blueprint for everybody that has an audience of how to do a proper NFT project.
All right. listen, I just love pressing play and allowing Gary Vee to like, take over our stream, man, because the guy, I mean, there's a couple comments there in the comment section that he is definitely a visionary and he's great at providing clarity and providing vision. I think he does that better than a lot of people in the game right now, for sure.
Yeah, it's we're definitely getting a mixed bag of responses here. It could be the next Fire Festival. He's filling his bags before delivering the content, you know, and there's a lot of, you know, raising and distributing this access. I get it. I think it's a model, like you said, that a lot of people who have followings and social influencers are going to look at that and they're going to just clone it as well. And it's probably going to saturate these, you know, access tokens and NFTs that really get you, you know, a chance to, I mean, I don't know. I wonder what the stipulation is. Like, can he say no to somebody who's just out of control, batshit crazy, and goes to a Knicks game with him or something?
Yeah,
I'm curious
dude, that's super fair. Yeah, right? All of those questions are really fair because you start to involve centralized entities in something that's supposed to be decentralized. If you buy it and he said again, you're going on word. You know, like there's a lot of things that go around trying to regulate a lot of this. I think that was a really great point you just made. I'm kind of mind blown trying to think through all that right now because he's providing himself. Yeah, that's the value, and he's capturing it within the NFTs.
There's got to be something. I mean, he's definitely thought about that, right? You know, we're being protected, you know, from just crazy wackos and whatnot too. But you know, not just go on the negative part, but I see, you know, just like you said, 110 or 108 different access people that can have one-on-ones with him. That's definitely something I know that he gets asked a lot. So it's unique. And by the way, happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. We haven't even said that, you know. But you know, happy V Day, Gary V Day. What would you buy one of these NFTs, Q? What's your thoughts on this?
Listen, I am not buying NFTs in mass right now. I think I definitely got in on that Voxodeus. I wanted that llama NFT. There's a couple others that I got involved in, hash masks. I'm missing a couple of blanking right now, but I'm not getting in like in mass to these NFT projects, so I probably won't. There's a lot of interest. I mean, we can go through the details here on my screen and kind of like look at these tokens. I really want to make it apparent, though, right off the bat to a lot of people that are talking about the actual art. I don't think the value of these tokens is going to be the art. I think, you know, they were done by him. I do, you know, maybe some people wish that the art could be a little bit better. What you're paying for is access to Vechain. What you're paying for is access to Gary V. What you're paying for is access to that network. I mean, you go through, so they're broken up into admission tokens, which are basically going to allow you, access to Vechain, gift, which is a little bit ambiguous to me. I guess you're getting dropped different gifts just by holding the NFT. And then access is the real interesting one, because you have group access, you have one-on-one access, and then you have one-on-one access to I guess his entire, like, for example, this scholarship access. 5 of these access tokens is an experience where an applicant applies to become a token holder and has the opportunity to redeem mentoring and coaching from Gary personally and his professional network. So that's where the value is. So if you're a Gary V stan, it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting some great comments here. Jeff Jeffel says the legality surrounding NFTs to be developed for sure, but he's showing a side of NFTs which hasn't been used yet, and it's exactly what we're talking about with like token access. And then it's unique too with like, the 555 tokens where you get random stuff sent to you. Like if you're trading the token, and people are putting addresses out there, there's a whole, the whole spider web of just how this is going to be developed and actually executed is kind of mind-boggling. And people are talking about the art too, which, come on guys, the punks. There's a lot of things here that are very basic in the sense of art, and the utility is definitely something on this end that he's really putting heavy on. So I kind of like it that he drew a lot of this himself, or all of these himself, apparently, right?
Yeah, I think he drew, I guess, all of them, and then they went to work on them. One of the aspects for those people that are, always looking at the collectible side, the supply and demand side, there's a word redeem in here. There's a word redeem, meaning, is that going to be a burn of NFT? Are you going to send that to an address? How is this going to be redeemed? And does that reduce the supply? So if someone gets a dinner deer, if they supply one of these dinner deers and goes to dinner with Gary Vee, do they still hold that NFT? Does that NFT look different? It obviously is inherently less valuable if they want to trade that. Maybe that, I don't know what that looks like, right? We're still kind of in the process of figuring out how all this works. But if you have 10 dinner deer NFTs and someone uses that for a dinner, do they still get to keep that NFT and potentially dupe somebody else? All of that is kind of like up in the air with a lot of stuff like this.
Yeah, more questions than answers to start, but he's definitely thinking outside the box on this. And I'm a huge fan of Gary Vee. He brings that energy as, an entrepreneur that really just motivates me to just be the best buff I can be. So I really hope I'm the best on this. And do we have any lads here that have purchased any? I'm curious, anybody here that has got any?
So the announcement, he kept talking about 5.5. I want to launch on 5.5, and he's a big marketer, so that looks good on Twitter, I guess. People just talking about 5.5. It's actually tomorrow. They pushed it. I can actually hit. Let me see if I can go to Gary's Twitter. A lot of great comments actually coming in about NFT utility as well. I think honestly, the more popular you are, the more or the less utility you can provide to something and still have it be super valuable. So the more famous you are, if you're the most famous person in the world, you can literally create a piece of shit and probably sell it for 10x if I create the Mona Lisa. That's just collecting at this point. So I think the question came from Randy. He said, interesting. So you're supposing even a witty or clever NFT concept or idea isn't to bring a high price. It's a utility per se. I'm not necessarily saying that. I just think the high price comes from who he is, in a sense. Like if someone did this exact same thing and didn't have Gary Vee behind it, I don't think you get that price for what people are looking at these NFTs kind of going along for. So it's definitely a rabbit hole conversation. Again, we have Gary talking about it here late morning tomorrow. And then some people are actually worried that this is going to be an auction.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, we're going to touch on this in the apes section of this episode, but there was no bonding curve there. There was no auction. It was straight up their 0.8 ETH worth or whatever the Genesis price was. This is going to be an auction. So the fair question is, are you even going to be able to buy these? That's another point.
Yeah, some of these auctions, most people are priced out the second the first bid starts, or even minimum bids for some of these. So I'm curious how they do it.
Oh, we got James DeFall in the house saying we need to be an NFT consultant buff. What do you think about that? We have to be working out of the no-tell motel. That's our only thing.
You say that's where Nightbot sleeps?
Nightbot was getting on hash rhymes there for a second, man.
Nightbot don't pull back, Nightbot just patrolling, man. Get on you if you gotta keep the city going. And, I didn't bring Nightbot in, by the way. I don't even pointing any fingers, but we have a new host of a certain show that said, "Hey man, let's bring a Nightbot." And there is a lot of utility with Nightbot too. If we were doing a contest right now with hash, if you did like a hashtag this, and everybody who did hashtag that, the Nightbot would read it and then allow us to get a random winner on the channel. So Nightbot, we haven't really put Nightbot to. Maybe that's why Nightbot's so mad. We haven't been utilizing Nightbot that much.
We need to turn the aggressiveness down a lever, just a little bit. If one of our main mods is getting hit up,
hash rhymes is getting yelled at. Yeah, a little too strict.
Yeah. It looks like it's possibly a Dutch auction, which TLDR that's a little bit obviously more fair than a regular auction, but I think that's pretty much it for this story. The only other portion that I do want to touch on, one thing that's really cool is it's going to be an ETH. You think a guy maybe like Gary V would really want to be doing this with like credit card. We see that kind of narrative play out. We want to get people in that have no idea what crypto is. Well, he's going the straight ETH route. That's a portion. And then the other piece, the last thing I want to say about this before I hand it off to Buff is a lot of this can be done with a social token. And we hit up Gary V when he was in the clubhouses talking about NFTs, and he knew what social tokens were. And a lot of this type of utility that he's offering within this NFT, this could have been done with a Gary V token. This could have easily, this is all of the stuff that he's doing could have been done with a fungible social token. He's just packaging these into NFTs, which I think there's pros and cons to that. So
that's a very good point. To try to figure out what's the best model for a lot of these influencers is to go and create your own token and create that community, or do these NFT launches that you build up momentum, do the launch, and then go back to whatever you want to do. So it's really the path that he's trying to go on. But I mean, honestly, he could almost do both.
Yeah, no, it's a fair question, and I think both is probably the right way. Although the NFTs are just such a lower barrier to entry when it comes to creating this stuff. I mean, it's NFTs are like I could go and create an NFT on Wax right now, and kind of do what I would do, whatever. Okay, I knew you would.
You already got one buyer.
I knew you would. All right, let's see. So we are going to move on. We had a bunch of stories. I know we stayed on that Gary V story. Thank you so much for those comments. Those were really great comments, and the episodes are better with those. We're going to move on here and talk about the Sandbox. Before I actually get into the details, we have another, and it's going to be the last, I promise, unless we run the Chelsea video again. It's going to be the last video asset that we'll show you, but this is from the Sandbox. Boom. It's hard to come back from those videos. They're so like boom, boom, boom. I feel like I should be jamming.
I know.
This is the first ever, or tabbed at least as the first ever collaboration and large scale crossover where the same assets, so almost cross functionality here with assets, same assets will function across multiple digital parallel universes. Sandbox is partnered with Asia's largest virtual platform, and people are going to crucify me, but Zepeto, an evolutionary partnership in advancing interoperability in the metaverse. So what does that mean? That means that assets I'm just going to stay with Zepeto. Zepeto can be created and used cross-functionally with the Sandbox and vice versa, which that's kind of one of the first that we've seen. Usually the assets that we see right now, if you have a Decentraland wearable, you can't use it in crypto boxes. If you have a Sandbox, you can't use it in Decentraland. So that this is one of the first that we've seen from this. A couple of the details here: Sandbox will build a space in Zepeto World, and Zepeto World will be created in the Sandbox. There's going to be Zepeto NFTs that hit the market on May 12th at 1 p.m. UTC. A total of 970 NFTs will be available to purchase with Sand token. So really cool stuff here. Zepeto's a pretty large company. I think they were talking about in the millions from what they have for their virtual world. So big ups to Sebastian. I can't talk about Yacht enough from Animoca Brands, so I won't. But this was really cool.
I love the crossover. I think with every multiverse or metaverse, and just the fact that collaboration with assets that you can utilize to a degree, right? There's some that just won't fit in the model of the metaverse that they are, but I think the more that we see these crossovers and allow people to use NFTs in different ones, it's going to allow for more people to discover them and not just stick to one. I mean, for us right now, like I told you, since I've come on board, the goal is to be in every metaverse and have a LADZ city in every metaverse. And we do have one in Uplift. Small Town Cowboy has created it, and he is the foreman of the metaverse builders for LADZ. We'll be working on the Sandbox as well with Vulcanverse. This Friday, we're going to be talking to Jamie about that project. So anybody here listening in, if you love the metaverse and you want to start building, reach out to us here in LADZ City and join the LADZ Metaverse Builders Group, because we are just getting started on this project.
LADZ Metaverse Builders Group. Is there a cool acronym there? LMBG? No, not really. Limbigs? Join the Limbigs. All right, we are all over the. Listen, this is late night NFT live. You don't know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get Chelsea highlights. You're gonna get weird no-tell motel references. It's all over the place. All right.
I get a little homiciding
too. Yes. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats.
Thanks. It didn't trigger us. It's late night. I didn't know wires got crashed. Sorry, everybody.
It is really cool. At the end of that Sandbox video, by the way, was the evolution there of the Sandbox assets. Look at this, man. Hold on, let's see. He was there. Look at that. Yeah, you got the little the inventory. You got the build out. It almost looks like he could be in LADZ City.
Totally.
So
that's the vibe I felt too.
Yeah, really cool to see the upgrades there. So shout out again to Sebastian and team. All right, I'm going to move into our next story. Alex Masmej is probably the biggest mover. I'm trying to think, influencer, catalyst for the LADZ token. I mean, if Alex didn't blow up in early June of last year, so almost like a year ago at this time, if he didn't blow up this time, LADZ token wouldn't exist, and a lot of what we do right now wouldn't exist in the same fashion. Alex Masmej was one of the just pioneers. Let me see if I can actually get to him, because I don't think they tagged him, but he actually started this company called Showtime. It was an ability to showcase your NFTs. I think that's how it started. He has since kind of built out their vision. NFT social network is definitely a large vision, guys. But it looks like he is getting some funding to actually, achieve this vision. So we have Blau. Obviously, we know he's pretty loaded with cash right now. He's looking to get in early stage projects. Blau, as well as Paradigm Fund. And there were definitely a couple others that were mentioned. That I think Andrew Steinwald's involved in this. Koopa Troopa is involved in this. So a lot of who's who of the Ethereum community is getting in on this $7.6 million fund round. I think Buffalo missed out on this by a sliver. I know he wanted to get in.
I'm missing out on everything right now, man. It's just one of those FOMO. The FOMO is all-time high for me.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. And there's a nice little picture of Alex Masmej. He in 1 year, this is what happened. Here, let me go back. Hold on. Let me give you one look. You've got perfectly flowing brown hair here, and then a year later, he's gray. That is from age, folks.
I believe that's white.
No, full gray. He is aged 20 years in his year in crypto, and I know he's been in a little bit longer, but that shout out to Alex, man. I just wanted to give him a quick shout out there for raising those funds, man. 7.6, build out the team, build out scale, do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. He went full Anderson Cooper, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to the man. All right. So we've got, and I know I didn't touch on social or Showtime that much. It's still definitely being built out. We can maybe show it real quick, but basically you're going to be showcasing your NFTs in an Instagram format, and that's going to be the kind of cross collab there. So they now have comments in a lot of really cool ways. So it's almost like Instagram for NFTs, if you will.
I love that.
So
that's great. I think about that with Instagram, and like just like you think with Twitter, it's definitely for crypto. I mean, everybody who's in crypto space utilizes Twitter, but Instagram not as much. And now if there is a Instagram for NFTs like this, I love it.
I'm getting suggestions already. Thank you, Showtime. All right. All right. We will pop in to our next piece here. I saw some Ethermon comments in LADZ City. So if you guys want to fill in and comment on this a little bit, feel free to do so. You guys might know a little bit more than me. But Ethermon, that large scale kind of MMO like turnstile. I mean, I might as well just say Pokemon kind of style game that is going to be launched on, I believe, if they're launching on Polkastarter, that means that they might be running on Substrate here, meaning they're going to be in the Polkadot ecosystem. So Polkadot is a protocol, obviously much like Solana or Binance Smart Chain or things like this. Polkadot is a layer 1, though, not a layer 2. So Ethermon has announced that they will launch their EMON token through a pre-sale or an IDO. This is going to be on May 18th. The official public launch of the EMON token will take place at a price of 10 cents per token. I believe if we're taking all of this into account, that's going to be $40 million market cap for the initial DEX offering that's going to happen on Polkastarter. So it looks like there's some KYC that's going to be involved with this. So maybe there's some geographic regions that are going to be at play. But this is pretty much the breakdown. I'll throw up another detailed kind of look at the IDO, and this is straight from the team. Let's see. Oh, no, this is from eGamers. Okay. And you can see the tweet here from Ethermon. They even have a little video, a 2-second clip. Gotta love that. And we do have this IDO coming from Ethermon, so drop it in the chat here. I think Axie's led the way with showing that some of these utility tokens within games can be super successful if they copy a little bit of the model. So, boom.
I got a nice little comment here from Alexis Savard that said, "I just got a legendary Voxy, just changed my life. Got gifted it for $5K." All right.
Wow. Shout out Alexis. Congrats. Our vibe, our tribe. Easy every time we bring up Showtime, and I appreciate the flex. Easy is saying Showtime sounds a little like Collectors Hub with funding. Definitely let's give a quick shout out to Collectors Hub because they definitely have led the way there with being able to show your NFTs off in that fashion, in that social platform fashion. So shout out to Collectors Hub. All right, guys, this is going to be, again, do your own research, but 2 million EMON tokens allocated for this sale on May 18th, 2021. If anybody has any further information, drop it in the chat. Go into NFT chat and Discord afterwards. If you don't want to do it live and you're a little bit too afraid to talk on the comment chat because you think Nightbot's going to get you, then go ahead and do that, man. But
we need a daybot and a nightbot, I think daybot might be a little more easy too.
Yeah, someone might need to talk to Tom Bilyeu. Tom Bilyeu just walked in the house, and Tom, careful with Nightbot. Our bot definitely is a little agitated. We don't want you to kind of get thrown out prematurely. So good to see you, though, Tom.
Yeah, congrats, Tom, on the sale, too. Tom just did a great first NFT sale with Steve Aoki and sold out. So congrats, Tom. That's a lad that's just crushing it.
Yeah, Buffalo was this close to buying that one as well.
Dude, Tom, I'm not joking, bro. I literally was about to put a bid on that big one. And then I fell asleep and woke up and was like, I should have. I regret everything.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are hopping into the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And I say that with a tad of disdain because I didn't get in. There's a lot of people that did. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys. You guys are absolutely killing it. Tell me what the Genesis price was for these. The team raised a crap ton of money, and they're going to be doing some really cool stuff. So I've got it up on my screen here. I love the way that they're kind of already attacking the lore of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. You can kind of see their LADZ city, if you will.
Yep.
And you can see there's more information as we go in. So we're going to enter. They don't have this token gated yet. I wonder if they will. All right, so we're in this like shanty town kind of vibe here. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like there's a lot of good beers on tap there. And we're going to get into it. I'm not going to spend too much more time, but I just love the lore piece there. Yeah. Welcome to the Bored Ape Yacht Club. You see the NFTs there. They are 2D. They are bored apes, and they do have different rarities and types, and people went absolutely ape shit over these. They sold out instantly. I love how they give a shout out to the bonding curve. Bonding curves are a Ponzi. There's the price. Oh my God, 0.08 ETH.
Yeah, man. I thought it was 0.8 ETH, and I was still gonna buy one.
I'm crying. I'm literally I almost shed a tear there. No bonding curves. Every bored ape is 0.08 ETH. It obviously sold out. There's a couple different specs here. The real, and I guess this is probably the best little TLDR section. 10,000 provably rare bored apes. We talked about the fair launch, ownership and commercial usage rights given to the consumer, a members only graffiti board, and additional benefits through a roadmap. And that's where we get to the roadmap. And this is really cool. So based on the amount that they were going to sell out, they have their different roadmap sections laid out. And obviously with it being sold out, this is all going to take place if the team can execute, right? Mm-hmm. We want the team to be executing. Totally. But this is, and I know I'm going to let Buff get into it because I'm getting caught up because it's really cool. But I love the DAO aspect of this. It's literally a initial distribution event, almost like an IDO for 10,000 NFTs. And now they're able to create a community out of it with capital to back. So boom.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah. They had me at board, and then they have Ape and then a yacht club. I want to be a part of all that. Ronan the collector, my man, dropped it in LADZ City late night on Friday or LADZ Day of last week. Right as I went to sleep, literally woke up and missed out on it all. So the FOMO is still boiling my blood inside, but I think it's a great model, and I just like the look of them too. I'm not a huge artist with the NFT stuff. There's not a lot of ones that I just go, oh man, I want one, but I want one. And I know that a couple of people have bought secondhand. Crypto Stamina said that he bought secondhand at the top, but he's definitely loving it. And Easy's got a great comment about it. He says, I need to use the bathroom, but I have no ape. What do I do? So Easy's on fire today, and Llama's saying, hold it together, Easy.
It looks like, just careful for the alligator over here, but it looks like, there's Shep.
Oh my God, is even in. Shep aped in. That's where Shep went right now. You're wondering where your dog went. Shep is over at Bored Ape Yacht Club right now. Maybe he can sneak in.
Right?
That's my dream house, by the way. It's got everything. Got a boat. It's got a swamp.
Creepy guy hanging out outside. Bananas in the front and a chest.
It's got Christmas lights up all year round. That is exactly my vibe right there.
This is definitely, guys, if you've never been to Louisiana, this house is definitely in Louisiana somewhere. Shout out to Slidell, Louisiana. Definitely one of my hometowns that I want to give a shout out to. But anyways,
Bobby Boucher live in a house like that in the Water Boy.
Bobby Boucher
ain't playing no more of that foosball, Bobby Boucher.
All right.
So we're listening.
Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's a lot of people that missed out here. Shout out to the people that got involved. Ronan the collector is a bored ape, I think. Let's see if we can get into Ronan.
Yeah, I think he shared each one of. He got multiples. He's got a whole basketball team of them.
Are they good at basketball? These bored apes good at basketball? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I doubt people who are buying for that, but you never know.
Right. Utility. All right. Yeah. Anyways, as we kind of peruse Ronan's profile to kind of take a look at his apes, I know he has it somewhere. Oh,
his main. There you go. There's a couple of them.
He put them up in his gallery.
Oh, guys, look at this. It's perfect. Go full on this.
The rendering will come.
Yeah. Nice. Look at that one with the eyeball popping out. That's kind of freaky.
That's even Rona. You got to hide your sharing. Come on, man. That's not me. That's him. You see the sharing piece in the bottom? All right. We're getting off topic. Great stuff, Rona. You're absolutely killing it. I'm not killing it right now. I want to move on to the next piece so that we can keep going. But shout out to everybody that got a Bored Ape.
Now, before we move on, is anybody going to buy now secondary? What will you? What's your thoughts on this? If this really does what they said they're going to do with the roadmap, everything's 100% sold out now, so they have to put the action in now that everyone's put the money down. What's your thoughts? I'm curious. It is something unique. I feel like this model, we're going to see a lot more of this. I mean, we just saw with V, he's doing his own access for a lot of different, potential experiences with him. An actual club, a lot of these club type things. And you've mentioned it multiple times, having higher up mastermind groups and things like that where we use an NFT for the access. That model works so well with NFTs. If you provide the value, if you follow through with what you said you're going to do. So I'm very curious to see that. And I'm not against buying secondhand.
There's still some for a relatively low amount. Obviously, you're not getting the best rarities, but there's still some. OpenSea, can you please offer an analytics page on the actual profile on the marketplace for these people? Am I missing something? I don't know if I'm missing something on OpenSea right now, but I'd love to just look at analytics for last price sold. I'm really just having to kind of manually do this. We see some 0.2s here, 0.1. Any on here that you look at, Buff, as we look at the secondary market sales?
There's a lot of these have a Hunter S. Thompson type vibe, especially ones that are smoking something. Is that one smoking meth? What in God's name is that? I don't know about that guy. But there's some of them I've seen that I'm like, all right, that is groovy. I would have a poster of that if I actually had put posters in my apartment. But yeah, this is dope.
Yeah, these are pretty good. That guy doesn't look too good. That guy does not look good. Someone fix that.
Yeah,
this guy's burnt up.
Is it a shard? Is he missing pieces
right.
of himself?
So, anyways, I'm just gonna make myself a little bit more sad the farther I go down this list. So we're gonna hop out. We're gonna touch on the rest of the episode. You guys have been great, by the way, all the way through. Let's see. Easy is saying, "Oh, that Ronin, he sure collects good. Great gallery." Floor is 0.35. So thanks for Crypto Stamina for hitting that. Orlando Newman. It looks like Orlando's in the portion of the episode where we're talking about the house. He's saying it looks like a Hawaii sugar cane plantation house. And Llama is starting LADZ Ape. So the alpha is being dropped here on this episode. And our Vibe, our Tribe Tigbo is in the house. So we are ready to roll. Okay. I'm going to hit the mission real quick, and then Buffalo is going to get to two stories here that one of them is actually really like a flashback, some nostalgia going on. So we talked about Planet Binance. Obviously, they were headed to the Alien Worlds ecosystem. Alien Worlds launched on Binance Launchpad sometime in the last, I believe, 3 weeks, and then promptly fell off a cliff. That's not to say that the Alien Worlds team is not doing great things. I think it was just kind of the hype of being on Binance and all these things, but we can see, and there was an insane premium.
Yeah, look at that.
It was an insane premium on MXC. I don't even think it was up to the team. This got up to $7. Ridiculous. With volume 22 million. I'm sure if you were trying to sell, there wasn't much depth there, but there was probably some good, it looks like there was some good volume, but yep, fell off a freaking cliff. It's trading at about, 60 cents as we talk about it now. But along with this Binance Launchpad came the announcement that this Binance Planet would exist within Alien Worlds. So, TLDR here, basically what they're doing, Alien Worlds is much like Coma Swap doing DeFi and NFT synergy. So with what this Binance Planet is a way to farm BNB. It's a way to farm TLM. It's just another farming pool, quote unquote, on the Alien Worlds ecosystem. So the key details and all of this should be in the description for you guys, but I'll drop it I always feel like I have to drop the link when I'm talking about a DeFi NFT project. But you guys have the missions here. You can see the amount and the rewards that are going to be needed. You can see the cards that are going to be needed. This is going to be in a 4 different length of missions. So Alien Worlds does amazing work. Oftentimes it just needs to be kind of pondered out, right? You need to say, okay, what actually is happening here? Because it's a lot. So definitely merging that DeFi and NFT synergy well.
I think you're also with the momentum, right? You know, with launches and then news comes out, a certain phase of these are massive projects. And there's a lot of momentum and then it kind of trails off. So you get to really see who's really involved in this long term and who's just jumping in as a speculator trying to, you know, play off of the gains. I haven't gone into Alien Worlds or touched anything with it yet, but I love the lads that are really trying to get together to create a planet. Shout out to Loadmasters Rock, who is in from the get-go on this. If you guys know Loadmasters Rock in the NFT army, he's definitely going to have something going on in there for sure.
Yeah, load. Yeah, yeah. Yes, Load. Congratulations to you.
Yeah,
that was an amazing play. Listen, if you find your project, man, and you stick to your guns, Buffalo as well. Congrats on you here in the past couple of weeks. But I mean, there are people that are killing it if you find the right team, the right project at the right price, and you know, do your own research. But that's why this space is so fun.
Yeah. If you got the diamond hands, sorry, paper hands, ain't gonna cut it.
Speaking of diamond hands, EOS is at like $9 bouts, so half of all time high from 2017.
Oh, still going down that road, huh?
Yeah, it comes out in episodes, as you can see sometimes. I have to. It's like the Hulk. It's like, nah, you think I can't control it? Something like that, right?
And then you're just like, yes.
All right. So we've got the last 2 stories here. Really cool 2 pieces here. But what do you have for us here, Buffalo? We got Vechain as well or I guess I'll let you.
Yeah. Do you want to share it on your screen there since I got it set up on yours?
Yep.
Hello, V fam. It's your boy Buffalo, and you know, I'm a big fan of Vechain. Got into it at the bottom during COVID, and definitely just love the really what they're trying to do is just go big by disrupting the global supply chain, which, as you guys saw with COVID, fell apart. And so they kind of missed out on some opportunities in DeFi and the NFT space. So Vechain launches a $1 million grant program for enterprise NFTs. Now, what they're really trying to do is to get a lot of these enterprise companies to look at NFT play the same way that artists are right now, the same way that gamers are right now. And they're really trying to put some money out there to attract some people to build NFT enterprises and a whole ecosystem on Vechain. And I feel like they're a little late to the NFT party here, but Vechain is definitely a project that I tell everybody it's a 4-year play, 2024. I'm going to look back on everything on my nodes and see where I'm at, but it's definitely something where they're trying to make this a very big project, and they're now starting to, you know, bring in some NFT kind of opportunities here. I did get into an NFT project on Vechain that, you know, went all the way to the bottom, which, you know, you hear about these things, you never really experience it. But it was a collaboration between 8R Project and VimWorld. There was some internal debates that really got a little ugly, and they ended up having to change the token. So the token I had, which was staked in all my NFTs, literally crashed down to 0. And now they're switching out a new token, which in the next 30 days, I should find out what tokens I get for the NFTs I hold right now. But, you know, a lot of these projects, it is what it is. I'm not going to get biased on that, but I already am. So what are you going to do? But Vechain, I am very excited for seeing what they can do in this NFT space, along with DeFi. There's a lot of things for these massive project or blockchains where they're almost like focused on that one vision that really got them started, and now they're realizing all these other opportunities. You see it in a lot of projects. They're like, we do NFTs now, and it's like, stick to what you're doing. In this case, they're a massive chain. Do them all. Let them grow. Yeah. So Vechain, get on it. I'm there to support you, of course, and will be for years to come, and would love to see, you know, who comes on and starts building, you know, like major companies like Walmart or something that does some kind of NFT membership, or who knows. Like, that's what they're trying to do. They're literally going for the big enterprise companies that, you know, they're trying to shock it. So we'll see with that for sure.
Yeah, I think just TLDR there is they're a big ass project. Might as well have arms to what they're doing within their network, man. So great point, I think, that you laid out there. Doing $1 million grant to attract NFT developers, feels like a good play to get their selves started, and they're by no means like trying to compete with anybody else. They're just building it out their own independent arm. So
yeah, gotta have patience with these projects though. VeChain is a massive project. So I mean, right now, of course, everybody's waiting on the next pump. You know, hopefully Coinbase listed this year at some point. But even then, you know, what they're doing behind the scenes and what they're trying to do in the next 12 to 18 months, at least with a lot of the partnerships that they signed in 2018 moving forward, it's definitely something you gotta be patient. Pumping my bag.
Absolutely,
that's right.
man.
Big Bo calling me on it. I'm not telling anybody to buy. I'm just telling you to be patient if you're waiting for anything to happen.
Give me the disclaimer, Buff. Give me the disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer right there.
Not telling you to buy, not investment advice.
No.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we've got a story from the New York Times here. What do we got?
The New York Times. The world knows her as Disaster Girl. By the way, she's now 21 years old. Oh my God, do we feel old? And that has become an NFT that sold for 180 Ethereum, which is over $500,000 right now. And this, to me, might start a trend of memes that have been very popular. And I'm very curious how they got how this works with rights too. I'm very curious on that with a lot of things that they're selling. How could somebody have beat them to this and sold this in an artistic way as an NFT? But the fact that they sold this and it's a meme that everybody knows. There's so many other memes out there right now. I feel like you're going to be looking at going, man, we really need to take advantage of this. And as you can see with meme tokens and Dogecoin pumping, you know, I told you all in January, if Elon keeps pumping this and he's going to be on Saturday Night Live on Saturday, who knows what he's probably going to dress up as Doge or be on the set with 100 Doge. I don't know, man. All I know is right now there's a lot of momentum in memes. And now you're getting meme NFTs that are selling for a ridiculous amount. So congrats to Miss Roth there, 21 years old. She's had a journey and is really taking advantage of it. You got a lot of people that became internet famous. South Park made fun of it, right? Where they're like, oh, give me some of that internet money. And it's like theoretical dollars. Here you go. Well, now you're literally getting real dollars for a lot of distribution of that image all over the world. And now she's getting to take advantage of it. So good on her. Can't hate.
Absolutely, man. I think what was the actual USD price there?
It said over 500,000 with 180 ETH. You know, and ETH all-time highs every day now, right? And so just hopefully she hodls.
Yeah. So we did see a little bit of this in the NFT cycle in the last month, 2-3 months. We saw Bad Luck Brian. We saw Goosebumps. We saw the Irma Gerd girl. So we saw like 3 or 4 of these people kind of come out and say, "Ooh, I want to create an NFT and you know, do this song and dance." So this one I think pulled the most, though. Other than I think the Crazy Girlfriend one got a lot.
Oh, man.
She did one. I don't know if someone's in the chat and can pull up those numbers. The Crazy GF one definitely did well. And the last thing I want to touch about this in the story, it says Miss Roth, now 21, is a senior at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, studying peace, war, and defense.
I should have took that class.
What?
You got more questions now?
Yeah, I do. That study, that is crazy. I am flabbergasted.
Me too.
That is an absolutely amazing major to have there. Peace, war, and defense. Or is that just like I'm a liberal arts major and I love peace, war, and defense? But that was pretty cool, man. Great story here. Shout out to Zoe Roth. That is awesome, man. Great story as we get out of here with the disaster girl. But all right. It wasn't too much of a disaster. We did our late night NFT live. I know it wasn't at the normal time. And we kind of got thrown off a little bit with marketing it and stuff like that. So appreciate you guys sticking with us. I thought it was a good one.
Yeah. I know some people in comments here have come in late into the show, Q, and they missed something at the beginning of the show. What did they miss?
Oh,
they missed this.
Delivery. Good delivery here.
Mata. Into a trap. What about that?
What a header!
Chelsea's man for the big occasion. Scores his biggest ever goal in what may be his last match for the club. You can't write it.
You can't write it.
What a header that is.
That run, you couldn't write that run. I don't have time to go into this, but there were many. We had to beat Barcelona 10 men at Camp Nou. Like that. That's just like saying you went up there and you crushed the Kansas City Chiefs when you didn't have any play. It was, you had a man down. Like that run was crazy. It's tough to talk about that to like your American friends, but that sports Champions League like moment for Chelsea was one of the craziest moments I think in the history of sports. But it's nuts, man.
And you watched that live?
I did watch it live. I wasn't there. I wasn't in. I think that happened, and that was actually at their home stadium. They just happened to be hosting. That was in Munich. So it was Bayern Munich. They were playing for the Champions League against the Germans in Munich. It was just all, and then Drogba, who's been our Russell Wilson for like ever, hits the kind of tie there, man. Amazing stuff. By the way, a little bit of peace. People are so annoyed at this episode, but right after he hit that, he caused a penalty on us, and our goalie saved the penalty kick. Oh. It was just crazy.
All he knows when Lander checks the show out later, he's gonna love it.
Yep.
It's right there for you guys. What a show, man. Another great one. You guys, this is a later evening show. Shout out to Ronan. He's right now he's unavailable to do this show, but we made this show work today. And Friday, we got another NFT live on LADZ Day. So if you guys like this show and you're brand new, best thing to do right now is come back to the city with us. Head to your browser. All you got to do is type in LADZ.city, and it'll bring you to the front gates. There, the gatekeeper will guide you along with our awesome moderators, Llama, Hash Rhymes, Ari, Easy in Crypto. I mean, there's a couple other mods too that we got a new mod we might be knighting pretty soon. So, guys, get ready. We got some surprises on the way, and LADZ.city in any browser will bring you to the front gates of LADZ City, which are unlocked, guys, by the way.
We definitely leave it unlocked.
We're not locking the gates.
About that. We should probably talk to somebody about that. Do not take a left immediately when you get in the city, or you end up right where Buff is. You don't want to be in that note. I've been trying to get Buff to move out of that side of the city, but it's just, look.
What can I tell you? Well, I can't. So
there are vacancies there, and we know why, because people die there. All right,
shit.
Guys, you didn't know? All right,
no one tells me.
What an Buff. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Yeah,
I know it was like a weird timing situation there, but thanks again. And we will be coming at you guys tomorrow with Easy Street. That's going to be on YouTube. And then Friday, you know what it is, LADZ Day. If you don't know what that is, you just got to come in and experience it, man. Starting from like 12 p.m. Eastern Standard all the way to about 9 to even maybe midnight sometimes, depending on how we want to go. Mm-hmm. It's just content, and it's just community, and it's just a vibe.
And it's just getting started. We're not slowing down. We're only getting bigger. This is a city we are building, y'all. If you want to be a part of it, head on over to LADZ.city right now and let's hang out. Well done.
Awesome, man. All right. Late night NFT live. We are out of here. Our vibe, our tribe. See you guys next time. Drogba!
Thank you, lads.